Hey everyone, and welcome to this tutorial where we're going to dive into the world of real-time monitoring with Prometheus and Grafana. Today's video will set the stage for the hands-on lab that's coming up. But first, it's important to understand why we're using these tools, how they fit into modern IT workflows, and what exactly we're going to build. We're going to take a deep dive into the architecture behind Prometheus and Grafana, and by the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of how they work together in environments like DevOps and AIOps. So let's get started. Alright, let's dive into an introduction to Prometheus and Grafana and see why they are such an essential part of AIOps today. Prometheus is a powerful, open source tool for real-time system monitoring. It was originally built by SoundCloud, but is now a core part of the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, which is CNCF. It works by scraping metrics from servers, applications, or any other system you want to monitor. Then we have Grafana, which takes all those metrics and visualizes them. Imagine having all your system's performance data, like CPU usage, memory, and network activity, displayed in beautifully customizable dashboards. That's what Grafana does. It allows IT teams to see the health of their systems at a glance and detect issues in real time. As you can see on the screen, there are a few key reasons we're using these tools. First, Prometheus helps us explore real-time system monitoring. It's constantly scraping data every few seconds, allowing us to track system health in real time. Second one, these tools help us understand the role of Prometheus and Grafana within an AI ops environment. We'll see how they work together to give us a powerful monitoring solution. And third, we'll touch on how these tools align with the core principles of AI ops. This is where machine learning meets IT operations, and Prometheus and Grafana play a key role in that by providing the data needed for analysis. So, this lab is highly relevant whether you're working in IT, DevOps, or cybersecurity. These tools are commonly used across different environments, whether it's cloud-based systems, DevOps pipelines, AI ops setups, or even ensuring the security of your infrastructure. You'll find them in industries like finance, healthcare, e-commerce, and many others. With the rise of security threats, it's now more critical than ever to integrate security at every layer of IT operations. So, the question is, why do Prometheus and Grafana matter in AI ops, and how do they compare to other tools in the market? Let's take a closer look. First, Prometheus is a metrics collection tool that scrapes data from your systems, whether that's cloud infrastructure, servers, or applications. It stores that data in a time series database, allowing for real-time analysis. Prometheus is a popular choice due to its flexibility and strong community support, but it's not the only option out there. For example, there are tools like Datadog, which offers end-to-end monitoring solutions combining infrastructure metrics, logs, and traces. Dynatrace and New Relic are other alternatives known for their deep observability features, and they even have built-in AI ops capabilities. So, depending on your organization's needs, you might choose one tool over the other. Now, let's talk about Grafana. It's a visualization tool that integrates with Prometheus to display metrics in customizable dashboards. Grafana is widely used because of its flexibility to integrate with multiple data sources, not just Prometheus. But again, there are alternatives like Kibana, part of the Elk stack, which is used for log analytics, and Splunk, a powerful option for both logs and metrics. One thing all these tools have in common is their ability to support real-time monitoring and alerting. Whether you're using Prometheus with Grafana or one of the alternatives, the goal is to catch system anomalies early. With real-time alerts, you can set thresholds for performance metrics like CPU usage or memory, so that when something goes wrong, you're notified right away. Ultimately, tools like Prometheus and Grafana as well as their competitors, help IT teams prevent disasters and outages. Each tool offers unique features, and the right one for your organization depends on your infrastructure, scale, and specific monitoring needs. All right, now let's jump into the architecture and see how everything ties together in our setup using Prometheus, Grafana, and Docker. But before we dive deep, I just want to quickly say if you're enjoying this content and learning something valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I've got more exciting tutorials lined up, and trust me, you don't want to miss them. Okay? So what you're seeing here is the high level architecture for real-time monitoring using these tools. Before we dive into the architecture, let's quickly talk about why I've chosen Docker for this setup. The main reason is flexibility and scalability. By running Prometheus, Grafana, and Node Exporter in Docker containers, we can easily isolate each component and avoid conflicts with other software on the system. It also makes the setup portable, so you can deploy this monitoring stack on pretty much any machine or server that supports Docker, whether it's on your local environment, a cloud server, or a massive data center. Now, if you're new to Docker, don't worry, you don't need to be a Docker expert to follow along with this tutorial. Just a basic understanding of Docker will do. In this setup, we're using Docker containers like lightweight virtual machines to run Prometheus, Grafana, and Node Exporter separately. Each container has everything it needs to run, so you don't need to install Prometheus or Grafana directly on your computer. You just need to pull the Docker images and spin them up. So, if you know how to pull a Docker image and use basic commands like docker run, you're good to go. And even if this is your first time using Docker, I'll guide you step by step through the commands so you can easily follow along. Now, let's break it down step by step. On the left, we have Node Exporter running in a Docker container. Think of Node Exporter as an agent that's collecting critical system metrics like CPU usage, memory consumption, and disk I/O from your system. Now, these metrics are being scraped by Prometheus, which is also running in a Docker container. Prometheus is like the brains of the operation. It collects, stores, and even alerts on these metrics in real time. It's constantly pulling data from Node Exporter every few seconds, so we always have up-to-date information. Moving over to Grafana. So Grafana is where things get visual. It's querying Prometheus to pull all of that data and display it in beautiful, customizable dashboards, like what you'll see soon. These dashboards give you real-time insights into system performance, making it super easy to spot trends or detect anomalies. But what makes this architecture really powerful is that it's scalable. Right now, we're just looking at a single node exporter setup, but you can easily scale this to monitor multiple servers, even across different environments. Imagine having dozens or hundreds of servers, each running node exporter, with Prometheus scraping data from all of them at once. This kind of scalability is crucial for enterprise level monitoring and can handle pretty much anything you throw at it. Now, this is just the beginning. In my advanced tutorials, we'll cover how to scale this architecture, integrate cloud-based services, and even incorporate alerts using Prometheus Alert Manager. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So if you want to level up your skills and take things further, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Okay, coming back to our setup, you'll notice we're using a Docker Bridge network. This allows all of our containers, Node Exporter, Prometheus, and Grafana to communicate seamlessly without having to expose external ports. It keeps things isolated but efficient, which is what makes Docker such a great tool for running monitoring stacks like this. So, to sum it up, Node Exporter collects the data, Prometheus pulls it in and stores it, and Grafana visualizes it in dashboards that are easy to interpret and customize. Alright, now that we've got the architecture down, in the next part, we'll jump into the hands-on lab where I'll walk you through setting up this entire stack step by step. You'll see everything in action, and I'll show you how to get those dashboards running in no time. And that's a wrap on our architecture breakdown for Prometheus, Grafana, and Node Exporter in Docker. As you can see, the way these components interact creates a powerful, scalable monitoring solution. In next video, we're diving into the hands-on lab, where we'll build this real-time monitoring solution step by step. We'll walk through the full setup so you can see everything in action. So, stay tuned and I'll see you in the next tutorial.